Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins DX. And in this episode, we're going to be heading onwards to another zone, which is this house right up here. If we go inside, we are welcome to the Macro Zone. So let's just start with level 1 to see what this one is. So, as the name describes, this is pretty much a miniature zone. Mario has shrunk down to basically the size of an ant, and we're gonna see a lot of the ant enemies as we go through this level. But as we go through this one, there is something that I need to point out which blew my mind. I did not realize this. So, growing up playing this game, I thought that this stuff underneath was mud. If Mario falls in the mud, he kinda dies. No, it's fire. Fire! Mario burns if he falls down there. And when I discovered this in this colored version with this Romhack, I just thought, oh my god, wow. Really? It was fire all along. That's kind of a little bit scary in places, especially for a Mario game. Because why would there be fire underneath all this? It's a little bit confusing. There's also a timer to the right. And honestly, I would say it's kind of pointless putting it in this game. Because I understand it with all the other Mario titles as that one had a score. Every time you defeated an enemy or got points, you know, it got added to the score. So you can get a high score at the end. But this one, there is no score. Like, it doesn't exist. So what is the point in having this timer exactly? I don't really get it. But before moving on to the second area, I would like to go back in there again, because secret exit. So, moving back to this area, instead of going up, I am going to go down, as there is a power-up that I need in order to get to the secret area in the first place. Now, the secret area itself is actually above me, but the main reason why I'm taking this direction is because the power-up lies right here, and it's also going to lead me towards this bonus room, which is going to contain a whole bunch of lives and demonstrate that these blocks, you need to be Fire Mario in order to destroy them, although I think that was used in Super Mario Bros. 3 as well. And can I just take a minute to speak about why I absolutely love that a feature in this game is when you do a spin jump, you can do it on question mark blocks and get the items immediately. Like, you don't have to bother going underneath, hitting them, and then grabbing the item. That way, you can just spin on it, jump, and then that's it. You got it. You can move on, and it's incredibly useful for speedrunners, and I just think it needs to be used more, because I really want to make it so when collecting power-ups, it's just quick and convenient, you know? Anyway, as Fire Mario, I have to destroy these blocks in order to gain access to this pipe. Without that, I would not be able to make it, and of course, if I just continue on my way to the right, the secret exit is right here, and look how much that is going to cut out. We can go straight to the boss from here after this level. And of course, it is an auto-scrolling level. So even the secret areas that you get to can be quite dangerous. Some of them can contain coins and be a nice, leisurely ride. But then you have ones like this, which are quite tricksy, especially when the Game Boy screen is very cropped, so it makes it even more annoying. I'm assuming if I played this from Super Mario World with the screen resolution being a bit bigger, it probably wouldn't be as bad as such. Another thing you might notice as well, if you look at the bottom of the screen, my coin count right now is at 999. It's at the max. I gotta clear that because I don't want to play the rest of this game with me having 999 and not being able to get any more. So what we're going to be doing after this is taking a quick old detour over to the casino area, because with those coins I'm actually able to do a little bit of gambling, I suppose, to get a whole bunch of lives and coins and all sorts. And that's literally the secret area. After that, it leads to the boss. So if you want to beat the macro zone the quickest way, this is the best way. To get to the secret area, and then do the secret level itself. Because it cuts out all those levels, and it just makes things a lot easier. That's the route that I usually tend to take myself. Anyway, the casino is literally right outside of Wario's castle. I suppose technically just Mario's castle in this case, because it was ours before Wario came over and stole it. If I go for the one which is 999, I am going to win 20 1-ups. that's actually not bad. I've had things before where literally I've won 500 coins. Coming back to the macro zone, I'm just going to go ahead and go on to the second level, and you know, something I've kind of noticed over time is that Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins, when it comes to the macro zone, it's very similar to Minish Cap when you think about it. I mean, Mario is small, you know, we're seeing all these bins which are suddenly huge out of nowhere. Kind of familiar, I suppose, as well to Tiny Huge Island, but Minish Cap did a thing, and it based it around the whole entire game. So it kind of makes you wonder if some of these future titles took ideas, or at least I would say just influenced is the better word, from Super Mario Land 2, as it is quite a creative game. I find it probably one of the most creative Mario games in its series. Even though Galaxy and ones are fantastic, I just find that this one just, you know, did goodness for the Game Boy. There's an interesting thing, by the way, that you can do with this Starman right here. When I defeat enemies, I've said it before, where if you get 5 of them, you get given a 1-up, but there is actually another star in this question mark block, and you need to do a spin jump in order to access it, and because of that, it means that I can get even more 1-ups by defeating the enemies. I really like that. I mean, it's also used in the other Mario titles. What I mean by that is just, I like the placement of that Starman. Without that there, I don't think this level would be as fun, in particular. Especially when it kind of makes you discover that you have to spin jump in order to get that. Whereas otherwise you'd think that, oh great, I have to hit it from underneath all the time. No, the game actually teaches you that, which I think is just genius. I absolutely love it. So let's just move on to the third one and see what this one's like. I think what I like the most about the design of this game is just the fact that the levels don't feel too long. They don't overstay their welcome, and they're just such a breeze to play through, especially when you're given the preference for the power-ups, and it's just, this is the design that I really like. Which probably explains why I do not like the second level from Turtle Zone. Just because, for a start, it's underwater, meaning it's slow, and it goes on for a bit longer compared to all the others. But at least that's one level out of all the others, in particular. For some reason I thought there was like something down that pipe, but I guess not. Oh yeah, there's also this secret right here, which I think I have to hit another block or something? Yeah, I have to hit this one in order to get access to it. It's just a bunch more coins, but hey, I mean, at least it helps me out also, as I always find myself trying to max out the life counter to 99, since that's the highest. Not quite 999 with the coins, but even still, I'm probably gonna hit 999 in this LP twice. Just because when you find all the secrets and whatnot, you can just breeze through this game and collect lives like it's nothing. I mean, if you check right now, I have, wow, funny enough, 64 as I talk about it. That's bloody coincidental and a half, don't you think? Gracious. But this game is also has really good designs for speedrunners, as you can just find quicker ways to go through the levels, and I find myself coming back to this game an awful lot. There's a reason why it's one of my favourite games ever. I also took the route going through the pipes so then I could grab the Starman and defeat those turtles. If I did it the other way around, I probably would not get it, so now I've destroyed the coincidental 64, which is kind of a shame now when you think about it. I suppose I might as well speak about the music in this game. So, I find that when it comes to the soundtrack, I actually do kind of prefer Super Mario Land more than this. Mainly just because I find the songs to be a bit more catchy. This one is more basic when it comes to some of the level themes, and a lot of repetitive ones, whereas Super Mario Land had fresh ones straight from start to end. It was really good. One of my favourites from Mario Land being the Chai Kingdom, which, when I heard that for the first time, I was like, oh wow, damn, because it really suited towards the theme and all sorts. Super Mario Land is actually a more bizarre game compared to Mario Land 2. Like, if you think some of the stuff you're seeing is odd, Mario Land takes it even further. It is so odd, that game, but I damn love it. I'll be honest, when I first got to this area, because of all these books around the place, I thought I was going to be fighting a miniature wizard, but that's not the case at all. Introducing this enemy right here, there are only 2 of them in this one level in the whole game. And their objective is basically when you hit a block, they surprise you and run away with the 1-up mushroom in this version, even though in the original it's basically a heart. And of course you have to go and chase it down in order to grab it, like this one right here. And that's it. Those two that we've just seen, we ain't gonna see them anymore. Not even in other Mario titles. It's kinda crazy really to find that there are so many enemies in this which only appear for a short time and then they're never seen again. Which is a shame, because I mean, I thought it was quite a good idea, because it caught me by surprise when I hit the question mark block, since it just started running away with it. At first, I thought I had to attack the actual thing itself. And now we're on to the boss. This guy's name is Sewer Rat, and he's quite tricky. Yeah, with Fire Mario, he's a little bit overpowered when it comes to defeating the bosses, because they take about 6 fireballs, so Sewer Rat was a complete pushover, I'm afraid. If you defeat in the normal way, he's quite tricky because you have to jump all around the place and hit him 3 times because he goes through the pipes and surprises you. But like I say, Fire Mario just takes it out no problem. Either way, that's another zone done, so it's a good time to end off the episode as per usual. In the next episode of Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins DX, we'll be heading onward to another zone. Take care guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next episode.